I'm golden boys. Is that the intro?
Close.
All right, so topics that are off limits. Screen printing? No.
We're not talking about
Rather
that.
you not. Because I literally have no idea what I'm doing.
These are not the most comfortable chairs.
They're really not, because you have to sit back just enough.
There's a big bar in this one because it's so hot.
It's just like a normal temperature.
71, I can see it from here.
Wow, what do you have, eagle eyes or something?
Just normal vision.
Rub it in.
Yeah, it
Must be nice.
I don't need assistance.
Well, you do, just not with your eyes.
No, we didn't do an underbase on it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, we did. We did an underbase on it.
Something really tickled you.
Just the way.
This couch has the worst angle.
Oh, it's so bad.
That's what I'm just saying. It's such a weird
Like, I feel like I'm like this, and it's just a straight depth shot.
I am so comfortable over here. I really am.
It looks natural to you, though,
Yeah.
but it's dead on with us.
We're like...
I didn't get to finish my story.
No, I was trying to cut you off.
No one cares about your story.
Why do you hate me when I show you nothing but love? All right, I am sweating.
Anyways, you tried to fake block me out of the circle.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Actually blocked us out of the circle.
So the four of us were sitting there
Just to,
talking, and then they're behind everybody just talking by themselves.
No, I stepped back. And
He
reconnected.
did step back, but two conversations had already formed.
I can't help that, man. I can't be responsible for that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be so friendly, idiot. Got some ham and eggs coming your way, so keep them griddles out.
Should
Actually,
I put black on?
nah, just be you, dude. Just be natural.
I'm trying to be this couch. Is very unnatural.
Yeah,
Dude, I literally feel like Buddha sitting here. I'm just like, yeah.
What?
The entire episode is just going to be outtakes.
You introing us?
What's up,
What's up, everybody? Welcome out.
Son of a... Don't you dare. What's up, everybody? Oh, my... You mother...
We're just now getting to the...
We've been rolling for 22 minutes.
What's up, everybody? Jonathan here with Golden Boys Podcast. I got my boy Jared over here.
Hey.
I got my other boy Rhett.
Yo.
And my new boy.
New boy?
Hell, you like that?
My new baby girl.
New baby girl.
Baby girl in green.
You got my boy Trey.
Can we retake that
Hell no.
whole thing?
Trey, a.k.a. Trayson in the building.
It's catching on. It's catching on. It's going to be a thing.
Traystifer.
We got my boy Trey. Trey and Rett with Heritage Press. Right here in the good old state of Texas. Lubbock, Texas.
We're not in Lubbock, to be clear.
No, we're in Fort Worth.
Well, technically we're in Saginaw.
It's close.
It is close. But they're from Lubbock.
Yes. We are out here for Fort Worth Impressions Expo and met up with our boys. Been hanging out all day and it's been fun. And so got to tell you a quick story so that you're wondering, it's like, oh yeah, you're like set up, a podcast and an Airbnb. Why you're doing that? Why don't you just have the guys out? The Golden Boys, the Golden Press Studio to have a podcast.
Bring them to the space.
Bring them to the space,
Come on over.
Right.
Why haven't you done that?
Come on now.
I've been
What's
wondering
wrong with
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually did try to make that happen about a year ago. Trey came out, flew out just to hang out with us for a few days, talk screen printing, talk shop. And we did this lovely thing called getting COVID as soon as he got out. So we, just cared about him, cared about his family, didn't want to get him sick. And so we basically hung out for a day and everyone got sick. And I was like, hey man, let's not hang out anymore.
So Trey hung out in a B&B by himself for a couple days.
I was sequestered.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
We did a rain check. It was a rain check on the podcast.
So a year later,
So here we are.
A long range check.
redeem.
But you know what? It actually worked out because now we got Rhett.
Yeah. Who's that?
which is better.
That's me.
Not better. Hold on. Don't be offended.
It's
not
just
offended.
additional isn't always better.
Addition by subtraction. Gotcha. Well, actually, to add on to that story, was originally planning to go to the Impressions conference in Long Beach
That's right. I
and had it all booked. But then with COVID, it was like, I don't know if all the vendors are going to be there.
Right.
And so, you know what? Let me just come to Indiana instead.
Yeah.
So,
What a decision that turned out to be.
right. Yeah, I think I definitely
call
made
there.
the best decision.
Yeah.
But full circle, now we're at Impressions
Doing the podcast.
doing the podcast.
In
Wow.
Earth, which is much closer.
And only one of us got sick this time.
Yeah.
far.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Jared, you want to tell everybody about the ride here?
Sure. I was not feeling great on the ride here. So yeah.
That's about it.
That was a great story. I think we can call this one a wrap. That was great.
No, we were doing a lot of driving. I don't do well in the passenger seat anyway. And then just not sure. Maybe we ate something bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I definitely had Jonathan pull over several times while we're going down the highway.
Let's not get too graphic.
Yeah. Well, no, we're gonna get really,
There.
really graphic.
Yeah.
Tell me more. Tell me
Tell
more.
me more.
Like, does he have a car?
Yeah, he pulled it over the side of the highway. Let's just say one of those times wasn't a false alarm,
Right.
and it was rough.
It was going 75 miles per hour. Hey, pull over.
Really quickly.
Door flinging open, head moving this way, and hey, didn't get in the car.
Yeah, I kept everything out of the car. So,
Amen.
Maybe we could say the same for the floor.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Listen,
stuff happens.
It's all right.
really glad these guys are here.
We're so glad you're feeling better
Yeah. No, I feel much better.
because now we can make fun of you and not feel bad about it.
That's true.
Last night we were making fun of you and we're like, oh, this is
Gotta feel bad about
a little
it.
bad.
But that guy, what a loser.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, so it's been it's funny because I was like, I was considering coming to this expo by myself and driving out here. And then I convinced Jared to come. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm drive 15 hours, have a co-pilot we can switch off driving, right?
That worked.
And
Good joke.
yeah, I drove 15 hours, and believe it or not, it was a good drive. It really was. I got locked in the zone, listened to some podcasts. Shout out Shirt Show. Yeah, it was good trip for me at least. No, I'm glad Jared's feeling better. Yeah, been a day.
Yeah, we've been hanging out at the Impressions Expo day one. Got to meet and greet a bunch of people. This is actually my first trade show.
Yeah,
I've never been.
Mine as well.
Your first? Was it your first?
Yeah.
Screen printing trade show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're second.
big two.
So,
The veteran of the group.
yeah. So much experience.
Yeah, feel very experienced.
Yeah. No, it was fun though. It was cool. It's interesting. It's been fun being able to go to like some events and stuff and be able to see people that we've connected with on social media, and we never really have a chance to like shake hands, and meet face to face and stuff. And so, having those opportunities has been pretty cool. I like that element of these things, the networking, the kind of camaraderie that you get within the screen printing community. I think it's pretty rad.
You're always like, wow, you're a lot taller than I expected.
You are a lot taller than most people expect.
Yeah,
I know. Jonathan said I wasn't going to fit in his car. Like, I'm not that tall.
that was the first thing I said.
You're like, oh my gosh, you're like 7 feet tall. Don't know if you're going to fit.
Yeah.
Wow.
How tall are you? 6'3", 6'4"?
Oh my gosh.
think you're
no,
maybe
I think
6
I'm like
foot.
6'1".
No, you're not 6'1".
You're not. There's no way he's more than 6'2".
Are you 6'2"?
Listen, boys.
All right, get a tape out.
Are we doing this?
We taping?
Before the episode's over, we're gonna measure you.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm
gonna
like
go
6'1".
by.
Let's say we're gonna measure in hands.
Yeah.
I'm not a horse.
No, we're gonna have you lay down and just walk on you.
Step on you.
Yeah. Just
Who's got a size 12?
You probably giant.
I have a small foot.
Oh yeah, you do.
I size 12.
There you go. Perfect.
That shoe looks. I don't want that on my back.
It's kind of dirty, huh? It's kind of grody.
Hard pass.
I want that on my back.
Anyway, so you see people
Yeah.
you've only interacted with via social media.
Yeah.
And there's always that moment where you realize I have not met this person in person
Yeah.
until now. And there's a different dynamic for sure.
Sure.
100%.
Sure.
It's different.
Yeah, there are there's moments when like you feel like I'm gonna really get along with this person, and then when you meet him for the first time, it's really awkward,
Right.
Yeah.
and it feels awkward.
Like when someone says you won't fit in their car.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a great start.
What do I do with that?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No,
Want to walk then?
it is an interesting thing though. You know, when we have, you know, because we do like we are connected with so many people through like social media that when we like meet people for the first time in person.
Status.
No, it's not like that. I'm saying, but it's one of those. No.
get it.
What I'm saying is, it's one of those things that is like, I hope this goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You know, I'm always
Well, up to this point.
yeah. Like we've had a good connection online.
Right.
You know, DMs and stuff like that. Like, and I feel like we're gonna get along, and then you meet in person, and you just hope that that's actually the case. And then
Point.
Yeah.
no, but I was gonna say, but when we met up with you guys and stuff, I'd never met Rhett, except for
Think
until,
we've interacted at all.
no, not at all. I knew you had got hired on,
Right.
but we had never chatted and stuff, and I consider that a bummer because we've like pretty instantly connected.
Been great.
Freaking
Yeah.
brothers.
I can't stand this guy. He just keeps talking about how much. No, it's really has been a good time. We've gotten along and whatnot. So I don't have that pressure of like we've interacted at all. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
y'all are just people.
It's a blank slate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but y'all are rad, dude. I'm super glad I got to come on the trip and get to hang out and get to do this. So
Heck
Yeah.
You've been so excited about the podcast too.
I've been so excited. I can't tell you how many times I've expressed my excitement to be on camera. No, so he was having me test my mic to, get it all EQ'd and whatnot. And I said, "Hi, my name is Rhett, and I am so excited."
Oh, you butchered it.
See, I told you it wasn't going to work. I have no idea what I said.
I don't really remember.
I think I said something to the
I
line.
am not excited.
Yeah.
About it.
Hi, my name is Rhett, and I am not excited about this podcast.
Is it the camera?
No, I think the camera's great. There's nothing wrong with that camera.
4K.
It's 4K.
You got
baby.
four of them.
Really nice guy.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4
One,
cameras.
two,
There's 4
three,
cameras.
4.
Yeah, maybe it's the.
Is it
excess
the
camera.
number of cameras that's bothering you?
Yeah, maybe it should be 5.
Oh, okay. We'll look into that.
Don't be so cheap, okay?
Well,
No, I don't think it's the camera.
Oh, don't, Jared. No.
I didn't know that I was going to be on the podcast.
and the miraculous fifth angle.
Oh my god!
So now you have 5.
Hey, this is better.
There is a bit of a pressure. for
There
the
is a little
podcast.
bit of pressure because I just can't amount to the coolness needed to be on the Golden Boys podcast.
Well, you're relatively new to screen printing.
I am. Yeah.
We both are.
Honestly, I think that is probably the biggest thing. Is I've only been screen printing and in the screen printing world for 6-ish, almost 7 months, I guess now.
Yeah.
So like I'm super green to it all, and so I think that there's a little bit of that like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna have to add, but it's been great. So
Well, but I think that's part of that's part of what we wanted to do with the podcast is we want to just create, dialogue with people and chat and, tell people stories, have open conversations. So that's really one of the things that like whenever we wanted to have Trey on originally was we wanted you to tell your story of why, like, why did you start Heritage? Like, what's the point behind it all? What's the reason? Because you got a little bit of a crazy story leading up to it. Mm-hmm. And so, and then now you're getting added into the story. And so it's just like, yeah, really that's kind of the main goal is it's like, I like knowing the why behind something, not the what. Right. You know what I mean? Like so many times, especially in our world, we're trying to sell a thing, right? Or trying to sell a product, a shirt or a service, or whatever. And really, one of the things that we talk about a lot at Golden Press is that we want to make sure that we're giving people the why behind our business and not just the what our business is. Yeah. Because if they know that we're making shirts or photos or videos or whatever we're doing, and we're doing that to provide for our family, put food on my table, pay mortgages, like, keep my kids healthy, we go to the doctor and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the why behind our business. And so we try to be transparent with that kind of stuff and, show a little bit into our family lives and show like, this is the why behind our business. And to me, I think that adds a lot of value to somebody potentially coming in to be a customer. I think it also brings a pretty heavy like human element into the business. You know what I mean?
Sure. Agreed.
But anyway, got deep there, but
Somber.
Stevened.
But yeah,
Why am I just doing this? Questioning everything right now.
No, Trey, do you wanna just tell us a little bit how you got started, man? Just kind of what these last few years have been. Just talk shop, bud.
Shock top. All right. I lost my job 2020.
Great story, man. Yep.
great story.
Now we're here. No, I lost my job, and that was tough, man. I'm married, 2 kids, and stability just goes out the window all of a sudden.
Bye.
And it was emotionally tough because it wasn't related to COVID. Like, it was during COVID, but it was not, we're making layoffs and cutbacks. So there was a lot of emotional, trauma happening behind the scenes. Yeah. And I've always kind of been in the graphic design world to some extent. I dabble. Would not say I'm a professional, but
you are.
Screen printing and graphic design kind of collide at some point in time when you're doing a lot of design work.
Yeah.
And so I just had the idea of like, I looked at my wife, Brooke, and I was like, hey, what about screen printing? Everybody needs a shirt,
100%.
Like, let's give it a go. Let's try. And so started trying to find some YouTube videos, and actually Brooke is the one who was like, these guys look pretty cool. And it was Jonathan. Huh. She was like, I like their shop. It looks kind of cool in there. And I was like,
Wow.
Sorry.
Cool.
Great story.
No, that's
next question.
no,
and I was like,
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. At that time, though, I was still using my bathtub to wash out screens and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just slowly. I owe a lot to one guy. There's one guy who he said some really cool things to me right after I'd gotten fired, but he was basically just like, man, I believe in you, and I think everybody needs a champion. Everybody needs somebody who's just going to champion them. So what do you need? Like, what do you need from me? How can I be a part of just helping some dream of yours come alive?
Oh, man.
And it meant the world, because it was like, oh, man, I don't feel like I'm alone in all this.
Yeah.
Because felt very isolated, because my work that I was in previously was very intertwined with a lot of dynamic outside of work too. So a lot of community and friends outside of that. So it just kind of all got stripped away. But yeah, he was just like, I think everybody needs a champion. So what can I do to help? And so he helped me get just some basic equipment just to start, because we had been in like debt payoff mode.
Yeah.
When I was working at my previous job. And so we had like no money to our name, and we were just trying to pay off debt as fast as we could. Yeah. And so you're looking you're looking at your current situation going, oh man, I have no money to start anything, like at all. How do I do this?
Yeah.
And so having somebody just come along and support like that was just, it was huge. So
Yeah, that's cool.
that's kind of how I got started. And then, you know, it's all history from there. We're in the history books.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
A lot of it is how not to do things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
100%. No, I have that awesome similar story in the aspect of my old boss with my window cleaning company. He was just like, dude, you're far too talented to be cleaning windows for me for the next, 10 years, and guess what? It was a good job. It was paying my bills, taking care of my family, all of the above, right? But he looked at me, he's like, what do you want to do? Same thing, it's like, you're too talented just to do this. So what do you want to do? And gave me that chance. And, again, that similar story, he wrote me a check and I went and bought equipment. And I was like, that's crazy, dude. Like, really? And yeah, it's kind of like one of those situations where, that's kind of also, like our, Golden Boys initiative. It's want to help shops out, and man, that just gives me a really good idea of like, it's kind of like, man, who can we, say, hey, everyone needs a champion, like
Yep.
just pick that next person of, hey, what can we do? Like, are you interested in screen printing? Maybe help out somebody in that way. That's really, that'll be tight.
yeah. So screen printing in the garage, and then moved houses.
Nice.
So we were in debt payoff mode, and then we decided we'll have a crazy idea. Let's sell our house, and whatever we can make off of our house, let's just try and pay off debt.
Yeah.
And this was like 6 months after I'd gotten let go. So I just started Heritage, and, I feel like there's one of two things that happen when people start screen printing. It's either they start it because there's a need that needs to be met right away. So like a lot of bands, you hear that story of like,
Right.
oh man, we were getting shirts printed, or my buddy's band, and so I decided I'd start printing their shirts for them, and then it just snowballed. Or it's someone who's like starting as a side hustle, or like from the ground up and having to build clients.
Yeah.
That was what I was doing.
Right.
And so there wasn't a whole lot of money coming in from it right away. It was taking a while.
And you lost your job.
And I lost my job. So we're like kind of in scramble mode. And so we decided to sell our house. We did. And we had like down to the dollar amount, I think it was like 42,000 and some odd dollars of debt. That was with like student loans from college, a credit card from some moves that we had, and all sorts of stuff like that. Like all of it combined. And we go to close on our house, and they wrote us a check to the dollar of like 42,000, and like I think we maybe had $10 additional to what we needed to pay off all of our debt. Crazy. And it was such a cool moment. Like,
Yeah.
it was a boost, because you're just kind of walking through like a challenging season, and then to feel like, okay, that was the right decision, especially having a family.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm selling our home. Like, your home is your safe place.
Right.
So I'm selling this and kind of taking a gamble. I'm starting a business that I don't know if it's going to succeed. There's plenty of other shops out there that can do exactly what I'm trying to offer. So am I doing the right thing? And then, leaving the title company, and it was just like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So moved into a rent house, and the rent house is owned by the guy who was like, you need a champion.
Oh, man.
And so he just really helped us like just get the garage set up more for screen printing.
Yeah.
So being able to have a washout booth that you don't have a bucket under to dump the water into your front yard. Like, little things like that just, man, game changer for a garage shop.
Right.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Dude, so freaking tight. So fast forward a little bit. So Do you remember about how long you were screen printing up until when we reached out to you that very random day, right?
Well, I had reached out to y'all
Did you?
about just saying, I think I had said something like, I like your vibe, like what you have going,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
That's-
And then,
And then you sent us a message. We obviously started following each other, starting,
Ignored
liking
it.
each other's posts, kind of seeing. It's like,
you
oh,
did
yeah.
not do that right away.
I guarantee you I did.
No, it wasn't until I reached out like a few months after that. And I was like, hey, I'm like losing my mind over here. Do you guys do any type of like internship or like apprenticeship or anything where like I could just get some information? And then like a week later, you were like, hey, actually, we've kind of been thinking about doing some stuff. Can you hop on a call?
That's it. That's the.
And that was when we did the Platin video.
Platinum giveaway, yeah.
Yeah.
So we totally lied to him. We're like, I'm not giving you crap as far as information.
Yeah.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah. No, but then at the end of the call, you're like, yeah, I definitely want to like connect and
Yeah, 100%.
help in whatever ways that I can.
Did he do that?
No.
That is wrong.
No.
Yeah.
No, Jonathan was a big help, has been a big help. And just, it's nice to have people that aren't so far ahead of where you're at, like that aren't running shops with 6 autos in them.
Sure.
You know, when I'm, printing on a 4-banger in my garage,
Yeah.
it's like there's such a vast difference between how shop flow works. But
Right.
Jonathan was close enough to the garage days, but still like in the manual world at that time,
Yeah.
to where there was still enough similarity to where he could understand the pain.
I felt it for sure.
Of like 3 a.m. me Marco Poloing him saying like, oh my gosh, these sweaters are terrible.
Yeah.
We were like troubleshooting.
Troubleshooting it. And
No, it was cool. It was cool because like when we reached out, and we did a platinum giveaway and stuff like that, it was just one of these things where it's like, we were going through and looking at all these different shops, and I was just checking out their setup, and it's like, oh, okay. And Trey's got a 4-color, one station with a wooden platen. And I was like looking at all these other shops, and it was just all shops that just recently like kind of reaching out to us, shooting us DMs, just saying, hey, love what you guys are doing. It's like, and it was easy.
Just reconfiguring here.
Not.
reconditioning.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just, we're just.
Are you going to open that?
I'm thinking about
It's
it.
giving me a lot of anxiety.
And he's just sitting there staring at it.
I know.
Like, man,
So
gotta learn to live with it.
I can live with it. I just need an answer of like, is it a yes or a no?
I think
We'll
the
see.
answer's no.
we'll see.
All right. Going with no. Don't change it. As long as it go.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
yeah, so anyways, we after we did that, I obviously I sent you a DM. I was like, hey man, what's your numbers? We're gonna FaceTime you, and try to get this on video. And I forced my friendship onto him because I was like, yeah, he seems like a good dude. Gave you a platen, and that was tight. And then I was like, yeah, man, whatever you need, let's talk. And then I was also in that stage where Jared can testify that, hey, man, I'm bored over here printing for hours.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk shop? Headphone in your ear, headphone in mine. Let's just talk. Like it was one of those things. And to be honest, like at that time, I really didn't have anybody like screen printing wise that I consistently talked to. I talked with Lee a little bit, and I was like, yeah, hey man. I think it was like maybe a week later. I was like, hey dude, got some time to talk, and I gave you.
I'm pretty sure it was the next day.
See, even better.
Yeah.
Better for
You don't even wait 3 days to call him back?
I
Is there a
should
rule
have.
behind that?
No.
I should have.
I knew we had crossed the line, like of a friendship line, whenever Jared's in the background trying to like y'all are talking about something, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, are you on the phone again with Trey?"
Yeah, I knew it.
And I was like, "All right,
Talking to
I've
your
made it.
girlfriend.
I'm here."
Yeah. Yeah, we always pick on Jonathan. Says he has work wives and like girlfriends that he talks to throughout the day because he has another buddy named AJ.
Yeah.
Which AJ is he's a friend that's popped in and out of Golden Press videos here and there. He was in one of the podcast episodes too. For a long time listener, first time caller. That was that guy. Anyway, he's a funny guy, but he doesn't do screen printing stuff, and so
Yeah.
but Jonathan would be on the phone with him all the time. But it was always weird because we'd hear Jonathan talking for a while, and then he wouldn't say anything for a long time, and then would come down, and it's just like, and we're like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm on the phone." I'm on the phone. I'm like,
Just chatting.
you haven't spoke for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And
Breathing.
like,
Let it rip.
I'm on the phone.
Let it rip.
Okay, cool.
No.
But yeah, no, that's cool, man. It's cool to be able to have those long distance connections. You know, that like technology is such a cool thing where we don't have to let those kind of things like limit us anymore.
Yeah.
You know, we can still stay connected with people
Yeah.
across the way.
For me, it's just, like, I just remember those days and they sucked, and I was like,
The days when we connected.
Yeah. He hated
To like
he hated those days.
garage shop.
Garage days.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yes.
a little bit of the other.
clarification. Jeez. No, I just remember, freaking cleaning screens, in the wintertime in my garage and my water spigot being frozen. It's like, how do you do this? Oh, you just run a hose from your bathroom inside your house out the back door. You got newborns crawling around trying to get out the back of the door, just all that. And, I just instantly connected with garage shop, just getting started. But yeah, man, it's been cool. It's been cool to build a friendship with you and just, I think the thing that, for me looking at, now, oh, we're such a bigger shop. We're really not. But I look at all the shops that I've been talking to for the last few years and good night. Everyone's just grown rapidly. And it's hard for you to be like, oh, wait, we've grown rapidly? No, you have. And I can testify to it because, I've been doing this for 7 years and if mine just feels a little more drawn out to where you're like, oh yeah, I'm year 2. I got a full-time employee. I got a part-timer. I'm like, you do? What? Like it's just, and just, also talking on the phone and you're just like, yeah, I got this order. I'm like, man, dude, I wish I had one of those. Like, still kicking these 30 pieces over here. Woo!
I think part of that though is there's a lot more information and wisdom that's available to younger shops
For sure.
to where I think if that information wasn't available, I don't think a full-time hire would be something I would just dive right into without having connections that people saying like, man, I have a guy that's full-time now that's helping me print and oh my gosh, it is like I should have done it sooner.
Right.
Those kinds of conversations help so much in making big business decisions like that. So it might feel like your situation is extended, but I don't think there's as much like connection in the print world as there is now.
For sure.
When you were first starting within your first 2 years that, maybe.
Agreed. Yeah.
Are you going to open that? Thank you so much.
Are you okay?
I'm so much better.
You gonna make it?
We had to break.
Yeah. Now to our sponsorship.
Yeah, right.
Liquid.
What is that?
Liquid Death.
What is Liquid Death?
The severed lime.
Severed lime. Naturally flavored sparkling waters.
So it's not like an energy drink?
No, it's just sparkling water.
With some lime, some limon.
Basically tastes like a flat Sprite.
Pretty much. Sugarless.
Do you
Sprite.
want a sponsorship or not? Because I wouldn't say that if you want a sponsorship.
I mean, you know what you're
Liquid
gonna get.
Death is great for the taste buds.
You know what to expect when you're opening a sparkling water, though.
Yeah, I don't like sparkling water, but just regular water is great.
Liquid Death is great.
It is. I like it. Or I wouldn't be drinking it.
Good. All right.
So speaking of the severed lime, when did you come into Heritage?
Why, speaking of the severed line? I don't know.
Good segue.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
segues
So
fell
glad I
off.
didn't talk about it. So dangerous.
So dangerous.
So I joined Trey and Heritage Press in late February of this year, early March. So about 6-7 months ago. And yeah, I mean, you're talking about someone coming alongside you and saying, hey, everybody needs a champion.
Yeah.
Trey's been that for me, you know, in a lot of ways. And so he's kind of passed that along by, you know, just everybody's been in that spot where you're just kind of like, man, what do I do? You know, whether it's you lose a job or you just have a change in your personal life or with your family or whatever. For us, it was my wife and I had just moved back to Texas from Ohio. And I was, you know, doing this and that and managing coffee shops and, you know, had come out of playing music in the past and didn't really know what I wanted to do, you know, and Trey and I had been friends before for a while before. And, you know, and so he was like, hey, come work for me. And kept joking, like, come work for me for, I don't know, probably about 6 months.
I remember
before I actually did.
He was constantly talking about you.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys were in Ohio when Heritage started, but I told Rhett, I was like, you would be the perfect first hire.
Dude, he literally said that to me. I don't know how
You'd be
many
the
times.
perfect first hire if you were in Lubbock because, and I listed like a whole host of reasons. And then I started feeling bad because I'm like, all right, if you convince someone to make a decision, then it's not their decision.
Sure.
And then if something goes wrong or something is difficult, then it's on you.
Yeah.
You know? And
Oh, I mean, I 100% blame you for all the problems in my life right now. So.
I get that. Rightly so.
Yeah, no, and so, yeah, so he kept joking, come work for me, it'd be a great fit for you, you know. And finally, just the timing was right, and everything kind of lined up, and it's been great, you know, like, screen printing has definitely been something that I'm like, wow, this is dope, like, I really enjoy this, and I don't know, y'all know it's like partially a personality thing, how you like what environments you work well in, just starting to learn yourself, you know, that and you kind of find lanes that you are able to ride in more smoothly. And I feel like screen printing has been one, and Trey's been championing me through that and teaching me a lot of stuff. And I think we've been learning together on a lot of things, and, you know, just trial and error, you know, and thankfully having people like you guys that it's easier to be like, hey, I'm going to help you skip a few mistakes and, you know, get you a few steps ahead. And so I feel like, you know, just have learned so much in the last 6 months. And yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, man, just to encourage you too. It was like one of those things when I was talking to Trey on the phone, and like, I knew he was definitely not listening to what I was saying. He was zoning off into like ordering shirts or something. He's like, because he was doing like the late responses. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
You have no idea what
But I hear the press going on in the back. I hear the squeak against the screen. I'm like,
Or the timer.
yeah, exactly. I was like, are you printing? He's like, no, Rhett's printing. I'm like, dang, Rhett's printing already. Like, it was like one of those things.
Oh, yeah.
Because like,
Rhett said the same thing. He was like, I'm printing already.
Bro, it was like, I think 7 days into me, it wasn't even a full 2 weeks.
No.
It was like a week and a half in. You were like, all right, production's on you. And I was like, what the hell you mean production? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Baptism by fire, man.
It literally was.
You
And
kind of have to.
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. It's such a feel thing.
Yeah.
So many aspects of it are purely feel.
Yeah.
You can try and explain it all you want,
Right.
but until you feel it and see it happen, and you won't really know. And so, I mean, you did the right thing for sure. And
Yeah.
so, anyway, sorry, you were in the middle of
no, just, like it's sink or swim, right?
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
like, but it was just one of those cool things that I was like, dang, dude, like, good for you. Like, you know, like the transition of like, yeah, he's printing, I'm doing sales, answering emails, you know, getting artwork ready. I'm like, crap, I should learn something from Trey.
If I was delayed in my response, it was probably embroidery.
Probably. At the
Yeah, I was-
well,
I don't think you got embroidery
we
by
have
that.
embroidery at that point.
Yeah.
We
Trey,
All right.
just admit it, pal.
Bad service.
Just
It's
admit it,
bad
you
service. It was,
Going through a
Oh,
tunnel.
is your headphone?
No, he was going through a tunnel.
You're probably watching The Office, and you're like laughing
Yeah.
at The Office. Oh, Jonathan! Oh, you're still on the phone? How long have you been here?
yeah.
No, it's. I realize it's because he dropped his other AirPod in a bucket of stain when I was on the phone with
That
him.
was pretty terrible.
It was pretty.
Quick recap of that story.
Oh god.
I was we just recently sold it, but we had a photo booth company and we built these standalone photo booths, and we had built one. It's kind of like a prototype, and it went well. So I was like, all right, I need to make this thing a lot more efficient and smaller, because this thing was built like the first one was like a tank.
It was so
Yeah.
heavy.
It was so heavy. Like took 2 people to move, and so I was wrapping those up by staining some of the wood on the side of them. And I was on the phone with Jonathan, and I had one AirPod in. No, I had both of them in. And I stood up from like staining the bottom of this piece and kicked over an entire thing of stain onto the driveway. And I said, "Oh man, that's the worst." And Jonathan's
Oh,
like
just wait.
giggling. He's like, "What?" And I was like, "Man, I literally just kicked over the entire thing of stain all over my shoe, all over the driveway." And then I bent down to pick it up, and I stood it up. And then I started to stand up, and my headphone, my AirPod just went blink right into the bucket of stain. And I was like, "Nope. That is the worst."
I was on the phone here.
That was the exact.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So good. Besides you not listening to me, actually, serves you right. Your head, something bad had to happen to you because you're ignoring the crap out of me on the phone
Yeah.
call.
Right. Yeah.
It evened out, right?
Glad you're concerned
Yeah, that
for my
seems
safety.
even.
Yeah. No, but yeah, anyways, just, back to, it's cool. We've had a relationship. I've called you some late nights, printing and just trying to, hey, bud, are you printing? Because I am, and I'm bored as all get out, and let's talk shop. Let's, see, how we can encourage each other. And, it's been really cool, man. Been really, yeah, man, it's been cool to come alongside you guys as a shop. A little side note, I totally named my daughter Heritage after his print shop. Not really, but
Cool.
I did.
I had no idea.
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
What a nice guy.
Fancy that.
Yeah, I like you that much.
Yeah. Gee whiz.
No, it's funny.
Golly.
Well, gee williker, me too.
Well, I was connected with Trey. My wife and I, we were pregnant. We picked our, daughter. If we were going to have a girl, we were going to name her Heritage very early on. And I think, we went to the hospital, have my daughter. I think I texted you like a few days later, like, hey man, my daughter's name's Heritage. I just thought that was cool. I don't know if you think it's cool, but yeah, I
did.
like your name. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Same.
It's a good name.
Same.
What was your thought process into picking your name?
In the what?
The
Picking your name.
what was your thought process into picking the name? What did you think I said?
I have no idea.
Sorry.
It came out. It was like, what was your thought process? And then it just like a blast.
He's about to
Are you
spit
okay?
severed lime all over the place.
Twice severed.
Twice severed.
at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Severed twice.
Severed twice. So I like the idea of like this lineage that kind of carries on through generation, and I think there's a lot of things that trace back to like my granddad on my dad's side, that just a lot of qualities in him that my dad carried, that I want to carry from my dad.
Yeah.
And so just kind of this like grit of hard work. I like the saying like a soft front and a hard back. So like when dealing with situations or just in general, like the posture towards things is just a soft front, like to embrace and to accept and to like be adaptable and approachable, but a firm back to have like some values that, you know, you're not afraid to stand for. And I think like my grandpa and my dad, they both exemplified that really well. And I think ultimately that's like my heritage.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it comes from. And so I wanted to carry that legacy on as much as I could. So
I love that.
just a little subtle tip of the hat.
But first of all, that was not subtle.
I know.
That was aggressive, and I loved it. No, but I do. I love that whole storyline that you're talking about, because like we talk about legacy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something that we believe very firmly in, like the same kind of things that you're talking about of, you know, when I'm gone, you know, what am I leaving behind?
Mm-hmm.
What are my kids going to remember? What are their kids going to remember about me?
Yep.
Because we've talked about that as like, it's not very common for a person's memory to go 3 or 4 generations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, great grandparents, maybe.
Right.
You know, but after that, do you know any of those people? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, so we talk about that a lot. It's like, I want to do something that lasts more than that timeline. I want to be able to leave a mark. And maybe that's not them knowing my name specifically, right? But it's like you said, the values, the work ethic, the core of who you are passed down through that line, I think is, we love that kind of stuff. That stuff gets me fired up for sure. Because I'm the same way, man. Like my dad's like the best man I've ever known.
It's
cool. He just is. He's my hero. Best guy I've ever met in my life. You know what I mean? Like, he's just the guy. And I still like call him and be like, hey man, I'm dealing with something or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I need some advice, man. And not even because he's like my dad, but just because he's the best man that I know. And it's like, you're the guy that has all the answers, you know? And so like, I want to be able to be that for my son, you know, as he grows up and stuff. So like, that legacy stuff, man, gets me fired up. That's really rad. I didn't know if you were just like, this was a cool name, but I love that there's meaning behind it. And this is the stuff that I was talking about, man. It's that why. It's that why behind the brand, behind the business, you know, not just we make shirts, you know.
We do more than shirts. We also do.
Thanks for the clarification. We're going to get to that, actually. I was going to ask you.
We do sweaters. We do shirts. We
hate doing sweaters.
Motorcycle accidents. Limited liability.
So maybe we can talk about your shop a little bit and your setup and stuff and some of the things that you guys are doing, your services you offer and stuff.
Yep. You want to do it?
I have no idea what we offer. I literally just stand there and do what you tell me. No, I mean, obviously we offer screen printing. So that comes with a whole myriad of options of what we could do. But screen printing, we recently introduced embroidery, like I said, about 5-6 months ago. Still learning a ton with that. I feel like there's even less people around us that we know that have done embroidery and can share some of those tips and tricks. So that one has definitely even more so been trial by fire and you know, just trial and error. And so obviously just branding and design as well. We'll do that for clients, you know, and so those are big 3 things. But as far as the setup, like the shop setup, you want to talk about that?
Yep.
It's your place.
Well, before you talk about that, I gotta encourage you guys, because I'm dead serious. I've told Trey a lot. I might even sent you a DM, Rhett, or commented on something. But you guys,
I don't even remember that.
It must have meant a lot to him.
Oh, look at that. It's still in my request. There's Jonathan.
Wow. So next step.
Sorry, go
No, just your guys' designing. Like, I freaking love your designs. Anything you do as far as just any stuff that I know that you guys not designed, and then I've recently seen stuff from you, Rhett, just Procreate, right? Is that what you're using?
Yeah.
just that lovely traditional kind of tattoo style stuff. You got me with that.
You guys like tattoo stuff?
A little bit.
Ever heard of it? Just you don't even know what a tattoo is.
Ever heard of it?
I appreciate that, man.
no.
Thank you.
You guys are killing that, and you guys need to do more of that.
Yeah, the design stuff is like the stuff that I've seen. It's all just very clean.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like I love like just, and I don't want to say like simplistic, but you know what I mean though. Like it's very minimalist, like very clean, not too busy.
Yeah.
I think that's important when you're doing like logos and branding and stuff like that. Is being able to have a designer that can. And for me, like I always think about it from like, because I have a video brain, right? So I'm like, a good video isn't determined by how many cool shots you put in there.
Yeah.
A good video is made by the stuff you're pulling out of it
Yeah.
to make it a good story, right? And so like for me, I think the same thing with like design is like take away the things that are distracting from the main thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's something I do like of the stuff that I've seen from you guys is like very clean, minimalistic, just I don't know another way to word it. I'm searching for another word, and I'm rambling at this point to try to find the other word.
Well, I can help you with it a little bit. It helps being on a 4-banger
Yeah.
when you're thinking about
I
design.
guess that's true. Yeah.
It really does, because you're like, all right, if I'm gonna have to print a base layer on this, then
Now only
I'm
get
limited
do
to 3.
colors.
Yeah.
Like 3 colors.
Yeah.
So a lot of times that's kind of going through my mind as you're processing, like, how are we going to design something for this business or organization or whatever else that we can also print? Because what good is it if I put this sweet design together?
Here's the 6th color.
Actually, I've done that. I've done that one
He's
time.
done it, yeah.
I've done that one time.
I was like, dude, that's a sweet design. And I was like, who's going to print it? And he was like, what do you mean? It's like, I'm pretty sure I see like 7 colors in there, bro. No, there's 1, 2. Oh, damn.
Dang it.
I'm gonna subcontract that out to Golden Press.
Yeah.
No, but the one thing I hear Corey say constantly with design stuff, and it's true. It's like, man, like I want to design stuff that, like, yeah, it could look cool, a 7, 8, 9, 10 color, like it could look cool. But how can I make it look cool with 3? You know, like let's just stick there, hang our hat there, like, and he's done it, and man, he's also done some full color stuff too. That I'm like, dang, this looks good. But the fact that you can do something minimalist and then simplistic, not within the designs, you understand that, but like in a few colors, it's great. So, but yeah, keep killing it on that.
Well, I think this is as good a transition as any.
Yeah.
Let's talk about F and ink.
F and ink, baby. So I know this about Heritage Press is that you guys use F and ink. That's what you guys been using for a long time.
Yeah, we effing do.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Effing
You guys been using the mixing system, right?
Yep.
That's how you mix all your custom Pantones.
Yep.
You using any of the specialty inks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Use some of the gold.
Yes.
Yeah, we've played around a little bit with them. We're still kind of getting it dialed in. We don't have a ton of orders where people ask for or request specialty stuff, and if they do, we normally will recommend, like, if they want like glitter gold stuff, like we've got a few of those. It's normally like, you're probably looking for like heat press stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's probably realistically what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But we've been kind of playing around. Like we had a job that we printed 2 days ago. It had like this,
The gold.
yeah, it's kind of like this yellowish orange color.
Yeah.
But it was too light, matching the Pantone.
Really, the color is kind of similar to the gold, where it says Golden Press on your shirt.
Yeah.
That gold is kind of hard to get nailed down.
Yeah.
Because it either looks too green
like
or too
flesh
brown.
tone.
Yeah. It is a weird one to find the right.
So we ended up adding some of the metallic gold that we have into it.
Oh, nice.
Because it just seemed like it had the right hue, and added a little bit of flair. You know, it's like the long sleeve like plaid shirts that you wear that you flip it,
Yeah.
And there's a different
flip the
pattern
cuff, and
underneath.
it's the flare.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
that
that's
the
basically
televangelist
what
shirt.
we did.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
color
We've tried
came
the
up.
puff.
nice.
We've had a hard time just kind of getting all that right. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
yeah, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
Specialty inks and
Yeah.
trying to temperatures and all that fun stuff.
And then we did the pearl. We've tried the pearl
Yep.
Nice.
as well.
Since we were talking about F and Ink, this is a great time to say that this episode is sponsored by F and Ink.
It is.
Thank you guys, F and Ink, for sponsoring this episode of the Golden Boys podcast. We use F and Ink in our shop, as you guys know, and these guys do too.
Yep.
We like F and Ink because it is a
Low cure, baby.
low cure ink. It is also,
Mixing system.
and it is also
Effing cool.
creamy,
Creamy is the one.
full bodied.
And smooth.
It's a bit of an oaky afterbirth.
Yeah, after birth. Wow. But yeah, no, we've been using F and Ink pretty much since it came out.
Yeah.
We've been working with those guys for a long time. We've used it on the manual. We've used it on the auto. It works great.
Yep.
We don't have any complaints. We've been using the mixing system since it came out.
Yep.
Matching up Pantones like it's our freaking job.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Second. It is.
it is. Go figure.
Something cool that I've just noticed with printing F and ink on the automatic press, and we've been doing a lot of multicolor, 6-color stuff, is that using the mixing system and getting these custom Pantones, all the colors, it literally on press and then onto the garment, it's just has been almost like a water base. And that's, I think a lot of it has to do with printing auto and it, flooding and, printing back and forth quite a bit, to where as I'm scooping this ink off, it obviously gets modulated on the press and whatnot, but it's just, it works good.
As you're working with it longer print runs and stuff, it's not getting chunky or muddy. It's staying really smooth, is what you're saying.
Smooth
Gets
and
smoother.
It has nice viscosity.
velocity.
Yeah, the other day Jonathan said something about we were talking about ink, and he's like the velocity of the ink, and I was like,
velocity.
the velocity?
It's moving quick.
This sucker is going.
It's going.
And I was like, I think you mean viscosity, and he's like, what'd I say? I know this was a longer, drawn out, more version of
Enjoyable.
enjoyable version of talking about F and Ink. But listen, we've been using it for a long time because they work great. All their inks are great. These guys are using them. If Rhett can use it and make something good with it, that's got to tell you something.
Must be pretty dang good.
But yeah, head over to fn.ink. Go check them out. Tell them we sent you. Tell them we said hello. So you guys are currently printing on a Riley 150, right? So 4-color, 1 station.
It's a 4-banger.
Yeah. What's the biggest order you've knocked out on that bad boy?
Single order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
500.
Or however you want to do it. You want to break it down like how many you did in a day, or like individual order, or however you want to.
So right, like the week before Rhett started was a pretty
It was gnarly.
It was a pretty rough one. It was for the university that is in Lubbock, and one of like their health science department, they put on this big deal. And so I think they needed like a little over 600 pieces.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can do that. Like I can do 600 pieces. That's okay. But then they sent me the art for it, and it was,
dude.
of course it was black shirts.
Yep.
And then they wanted lime green on it as well. And then there was a gray. So it was 3-color front and back.
Yeah.
And so, when you're on the 4-banger,
Color front and back.
Yeah.
That's
it's a lot.
So you're like a little under 2,000 impressions.
Yeah.
How are your shoulders? And
They're great. My mental state was not
sure,
great,
yeah.
because you're out there like just trying to find something to watch,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
being in the garage. I didn't have we have a mini split in the garage now to help cool it down a little bit. I didn't have that yet, so I messed up several shirts because I'm sweating, and your sweat is just dripping onto the platen, and it hits right on your base layer right before you flash it. And it's like, oh my gosh, and then it just
Yeah. That's a hefty order to take with.
It was quite a bit
with that press.
But I mean, Rhett's taken on orders that similar in impressions. The quantity of pieces, I think that was the highest that we've been able to do
quantity,
in one order.
Yeah.
But like we've done a lot of schools.
Oh man!
And when you do schools, you have to offer adult sizes, and then for sure youth sizes.
Yeah.
One that we're going back to this coming week to start is also toddler, and it's a 4-color design. Fortunately, it's just front, but that's 12 screens.
Yeah.
Just there, and when you're registering on a press that's really meant for either a hobbyist or a side hustle or just to get you started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Printing that much on it, registration gets off, and it's a great press.
Yeah.
And it
But you're past the starter phase running those kind of jobs.
Yeah. I think we
I think he surpassed it.
I think we passed it a little ways ago, but part of owning a small business is just not knowing when to take the risk and when not to, and how much risk you can take without tanking. Right. There is a level of risk involved in owning a small business every day.
Yeah.
You're taking a risk, but hiring your first full-time employee and getting an embroidery machine,
And then buying a press.
it's kind of like,
And then your first employee gets there and he's just a complete idiot. And it's just like, wow.
I pay
bummer.
for that.
You are one pathetic loser.
No, I mean, it's hard with stuff like that too, because when you're talking about growing and growth and, the natural progression of just continuing to grow the business, it's hard because it feels like there's a lot of opportunities where it's like, okay, there is a door that we can step through here if we think now's the time.
Yeah.
But saying yes to that door is really saying yes to 5 more doors beyond that we have no idea what to expect, or if we're there yet, or we don't have the information or the finances or whatever.
Right.
And so it's hard to take that next step. And we're really, I think this past few weeks I've been looking at Trey all right, now it's got to be now. I can't do this anymore. We had an order that was 200 hoodies front and back.
Yeah, that was right.
And that order about killed me. Hoodies can be difficult in some ways. And so that one was just, I was like, we need a different press, man. I can't keep doing this. So, but no, it's been really good. And just growing pains.
Oh, yeah.
But we're thankful, man. So,
Yeah. I wanted to let everybody know that, would you tell everybody that, Rhett has a longer drive to work than Jared does?
Oh, really?
He does.
Corey technically has a longer drive than me.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
But how far is your commute?
it is the time it takes for me to walk out my front door or garage door. I normally go out my garage door, and I get in the car, I back out, I drive one house down, and I pull in that driveway, and I've arrived at work.
Yeah.
So I live
about
I live
68
next door.
paces.
I think it's literally less than 100 feet.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
yeah. So that was one of the cool timing things.
Yeah.
Whenever as I was saying that.
He's like,
Yeah, awesome. I love
Anyways,
that. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. I drive 40 minutes to work every day. Right on.
40 minutes. Wow. How
Corey's
do you live
45. Well, okay. Hey.
No,
Well, I'm actually around 36, so.
oh, much better. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was rounding up.
Is that how old you are?
No.
Oh.
35.
I didn't know why you chose to share that piece of information with us, but thanks. No, that was one of the cool like timing things that I was talking
Don't
about.
just brush past that like that didn't happen.
Oh, I love it.
Why are you giggling so much?
I don't know. It's so cute though.
These guys, man. I'm gonna punch somebody.
No, the reason why it's cracking me up so much is because that, like, what you're doing to him
Is what he does to you.
all the time.
That's
so.
so
It's because
easy.
it is my sense of humor, and so I really do appreciate it. I love it. You guys are executing flawlessly.
And I've never seen him giggle so much either because he's just constantly just. That's me.
We're actually not
gun.
very funny people. We just, we're just imitating you.
Oh,
Flattery.
thank you.
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah, I know, we could tell.
we were.
This guy needs some help. Let's help him out.
Yeah.
His self image was a little low. Yeah.
No, the neighbor
Yes.
next door was an older lady who.
Shop into your house.
Yes. Yeah, because we're out of my garage. She had passed away, and her daughter, we had kind of gotten to know since we've been there. And she just randomly one day came up to us and was like, "Hey, I told my pastor at church, and for some reason I feel like I need to tell y'all, but if you know of someone who like just needs a place, please let us know, because we want it to go to somebody who like just needs a good place to be."
Wow.
And Trey and Rett had been like talking to us about just mentioning in passing, like,
Bern is my wife, by the way.
yes,
Yep.
yes, they both have abbreviated names.
Yeah, it's annoying.
What is hers short for?
Bernadetta.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like Bernice, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But Bernadetta, yeah, that's.
Bernice is a valid.
It would have been really cool if she would have picked Etta, and then
Yeah.
you could have, and then you just added A on yours and been
Retta.
Retta Detta.
Renetta. People actually did call her Detta.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I never did. Because it's stupid. Thanks for your input, though, Jared.
This is why I'm laughing so much because it's what I deal with. I love it. Freaking. Sorry, Trey. I'm taking Rhett freaking back with me. I'm taking your printer. He's working for me.
Well, I'll come do videos for you, Trey.
Perfect.
Hey, even trade.
Perfect.
Cool.
Even
It's a
trade.
great trade.
Because I can offer that service for free.
How much cash are you kicking?
Exactly.
What's the cash kicker here? Because this is not an even trade.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were like, man, Trey and Rett, they've been talking about like wanting to get out of the place they're in and just kind of needed a change. And so it was crazy.
Yeah.
It just happened. And then like he started work, he drove to work from their old place
Which was about 7 minutes away.
for like 2 weeks. And then
Yeah.
they moved in right next door.
Crazy.
It's been awesome.
Did you buy it? Did you buy the house?
No,
or
we're renting right now.
Awesome.
She's the landlord's still kind of trying to get things squared away before they want to sell
Nice.
it. You know when things are tied up in estate,
Yeah.
inheritance stuff. So yeah,
Shoot, man.
But-
I had
That's,
this piece of food on me all
yeah, we wanted to get it in the camera.
cast.
We wanted to
did-
get it in the shot.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
I still don't see it.
It's literally so small. It's not going to be picked up on the 4
We're gonna have
camera.
to start over.
We'll start over.
Just wipe
Start
it.
over.
Wipe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So living right next door to home has its perks for sure.
Living next door to home or work?
He gets them confused.
Yeah, I mean,
Because they're so close.
they're so close, and I spend just as much time at one of them.
Yeah, true.
So,
That's true. That's true.
We talk about that a lot, though. How much time you spend with like your coworkers and
Yep.
stuff, and like you really are there more than home. You know, it's spending time with people. I mean, when you're home for a smaller amount of time when people are awake and stuff, but
when most of the time you're home, you're sleeping.
yeah,
Right.
or pooping.
You know how I be.
how much ain't you ain't?
Knee high on a grasshopper.
I'll be on them like moss on a Mississippi tree stump.
Was the way I said it not good enough for you? Sorry.
Love it.
Yeah. We spend way too much time together watching The Office and printing T-shirts
Yeah.
and other things. So
But
Yeah.
isn't that just so? I mean, again, it is kind of like that crazy thing. Yeah, you guys aren't too far away from your families, but you're away from your family.
he wishes.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I really do. But you you just get super close, and it's like, oh yeah, this is my other family. It, I got my dudes. And now you got Rhett, and you got another guy too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that was a cool story too. Abbreviated version. Brooke, my wife, had just seen him, his wife. They had 3 kids out randomly, and every time she saw him, his name's Adam. His wife would just mention like, Adam's really wanting to leave his job, and but there's so much security in it. And then the next time she saw him, it was like, yeah, Adam left his job. He's just kind of looking for like odds and ends stuff in the time being until he gets his real estate license renewed and all that. And she mentioned to him a few times, like, I can't promise you any work, but I know that Trey and Rett have a lot of work going on and probably could use help, or, at least reach out. And so a few weeks later, he reached out, and it was just kind of like, I felt like this is a good opportunity for him just to give him something to do, because I resonate with leaving stability and needing stability in some way, shape, or form. And so it was just kind of a cool, like, full circle moment of like being able to champion someone,
dude, 100%.
And like just offering them 2 days a week and work that not a whole lot of people really enjoy doing, like cleaning screens and burning screens and mixing Pantones and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, I know he comes in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and he leaves like with his tank full just from spending time with other guys.
Right.
Yeah. And he just had another his 4th.
Oh yeah, he had his 4th baby too. Yeah.
So being with adults.
He's beating you.
Yeah. I guess
I'll
I'll
raise
fix
Jared.
that.
Yeah, dude. Why you
So that's the man in last place.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, Jonathan is racing everybody. He wants to have a lot of kids.
I do.
Yeah.
You're definitely like a 7 to 8 kid dad.
No.
No.
Well, we'll see. Because no, I'm one of 6, and so but it's crazy because I'm one of 6, but I really only was raised, or got to kind of be raised with like my older brother and my younger brother. I didn't get to really live life with my other siblings and stuff like that. So I don't know. Always wanted that bigger family. However, they're expensive.
They're expensive.
And, Jared caught up with me pretty quick.
Yeah.
Cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the old 2-for-1 special.
On discount.
Yeah.
And
buy one, get one.
and now, I don't know. Because I want to say, my wife and I want to have another one, maybe 2. We'll see. But then I'm like, I might adopt, because that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then you can pick the age you get them to. It's like, you're potty trained, pal.
Perfect.
No, but
I hope there's more like consideration in.
No, and he's gonna walk in there and like, give me anything you got that's potty trained.
anyone.
Is this one crate trained? Does it come with a bag of food?
Okay.
We were talking about how you guys have been printing on this. You been calling it the 4-banger, which I love. I think that's awesome. Forehead? Yeah. That's what you've been printing on?
Forehead.
Yeah.
That's an embroidery term.
Oh, that's so good.
Embroidery.
I am officially going to say embroidery.
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 Yeah, we've been slinging on the 4-banger.
4-banger.
Sure. And doing orders way too big for that.
Wait.
And this isn't a surprise to you guys because we've already told you about this.
No way.
A brand new car.
But
What's behind door number 2?
3, idiot.
real quick though, if there's 3 doors to choose from, and then I give you one option, and then I say, and then it's you pick door number 3, and then I open door number 1 and show there's nothing behind door number 1. Do you keep door number 3 or do you switch to door number 2?
Keep number 3.
You always pick number 2 from the start, so
To disregard the numbers, do you switch your pick?
it's a trick question. The bread is poisoned.
You've been cuckolded.
By a stronger man.
I would not steal the bread to feed my family. And
You're not answering
go hungry.
you're not answering the question. Do you switch? Or do you keep?
No, you stay the course.
You keep.
You don't be a little bitch. and you
Both
stay
of you are wrong. Probability said no. Yes,
No,
mathematically.
mathematical probability aside, you don't be a little bitch and you stay the course.
Then you're not going to get the brand new car.
That's not true.
That's not true. Probability is not a sure thing.
Here's the deal. If Rhett would have
But there's a reason why statistics exist.
yeah, it's to fool people.
You fool.
Yep.
You're being,
And it got you.
You're being scammed by math.
You got
You done got.
Math is scamming you.
knee high on a grasshopper.
How much ain't you?
Anyway, so this isn't new news to you guys, but
No.
Jonathan, I'm trying to get it out here. Jonathan,
She said.
Whip it out then.
Jonathan knew that you guys were doing too much work on the press size that you have,
4-banger.
and we had our original Golden Press,
6-banger.
the 6-banger, the original Riley Jr. That we powder coated gold, and Jonathan wanted to give you guys that. This is brand new information.
This is brand new.
Are you kidding?
No, but
awesome,
and the thing is like, and Jonathan didn't even really want to talk about it too much because he doesn't want to ever like be that guy. But I think it's a cool thing to talk about because it's kind of the end of an era, you know, for us. It's one of those pieces of equipment that kind of was like one of our first, like whenever Instagram started to take off for us, people really recognized the gold press, and that was kind of a weird thing that we did when we powder coated it, and everybody was like, you know, it was just a cool thing.
Yeah.
And so I could not think of anyone better to get that press than you guys.
100%.
And I'm super stoked for y'all to have it because if y'all are cranking out the orders that you're doing now on the 4-banger, I can't imagine what you're going to be doing when you get 4 stations. Holy crap.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
It's gonna be an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
No, we're super thankful, man. I can't even begin to describe how excited I was to come and get to hang with you guys and take a new press home because I've been dying for it. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, but that's all I needed. I was saying all that just to get that response. That's why I needed that
feel better
valid.
now?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for letting me get that.
I actually don't care.
Yeah. No. I am stoked for you guys. I'm super pumped. The one thing you gotta get rid of that gross gold color, though, right? I mean,
I think
No, I think we're keeping
Better rattle can that sucker.
yeah.
I think we'll keep it.
I think it'll look
Heck
good.
yeah, man. Yeah. No, excited for y'all. Super pumped for that.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that it's gonna fit.
It'll fit.
It'll fit.
Oh, it'll fit.
Yeah.
I know it'll fit. I don't know where everything else is gonna fit.
There's going to be some growing pains.
Yeah, for sure.
We talked about the other
I mean,
that on
there's always your garage.
True. True. It's
actually-
right there.
We print in one garage, and then you cure shirts in the other garage.
You gotta walk it across the lawn. It's wet. It's wet. It's wet.
That's so good.
No, you just set up one garage as your reclaim and dark room,
Yeah, we have talked.
and then your other one as your
yeah.
on press stuff.
Or embroidery. One.
Yeah, since we don't own the place that we're in, it's kind of hard to
Dude,
make any.
what they don't know won't hurt them.
Don't know, won't hate it. Yeah. No, yeah, we have thought about.
We don't have to figure all that out tonight.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think the press should go, right in the middle, and then you have the. No, we don't.
30 inches.
30 inches on each side to move. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
No, with embroidery and the dryer and all the other hoopla,
yeah.
Yeah.
to cram in there.
Yeah.
It'll take a little bit of origami work, but
Origami.
yeah, we'll bend it and fold it however we need to.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
It'll be great, man.
No.
Yeah.
Again, I'm so stoked for you guys to be able to stick your flash on the other side.
Dude, that's going to be amazing.
It's going
And-
to put it closer to me,
Yeah.
which in a garage is
It's already
It doesn't
everything's
matter.
close
Yeah.
to you, man.
No, set your flash up on the other side, print your color, spin it, print your next color, spin it, and then just flashes and spinning your colors, man. It's gonna be sweet. It really is. It's gonna be a game changer for you guys. You're gonna feel the efficiency. On my 4-color 1-station silver, I just upgraded to a 4-color 2-station just to have the flash on the other side. I bought like some equipment off of a guy, and it's a really good deal. And I was like, sure, I'll have 2 smaller presses, and I could not believe how much faster I could knock out shirts with 2 stations.
For sure.
And it's just, yeah. So I'm really excited for you guys. One, to hopefully alleviate, one, to be able to do more orders, because more orders is more money, right?
Yep.
But also to take those bigger orders and be able to just knock them out a little bit faster is it. That's what blesses me, like 100%. It's like, I don't care. I keep on telling the guys I'm trying to break this hoarding off of my life.
This generational
curse of just. That's why I don't want to hold on to stuff if it's just literally that press is collected dust. There's what's it doing? Nothing.
Chilling
for nobody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm stoked for you guys to have it. I think. Yeah, just pumped.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then maybe now you can find somebody to give the 150 to.
Yeah,
True.
That's been the plan.
Yeah, so that's why I like this kind of stuff, is because whenever you can, provide somebody an upgrade, then they can provide somebody an upgrade or start.
Yeah.
Which is always rad.
Or just also hang on to that bad boy for a while and just do tag prints on that guy, to where if you guys have a order to where it's just a lot of customizing, like you literally both printing at the same time to be able to knock that order out quicker. But yeah, stoked for you guys, 100%.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So
This has been cool, guys.
yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Hey,
Take
First-
intermission and come back for the second set.
The second, yeah, we're gonna go all sleep and then we'll jump back on and do this again in the morning.
6:30.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
I'm in.
We're back.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching this episode, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for wanting to hang out with us. Thanks for putting up with all of our cameras and all 4 of them.
2, 3, 4.
Jonathan was really excited about adding a 4th camera to this episode.
Okay.
I was
4K.
baby.
One of them didn't record.
You.
Okay, we don't gotta go there.
No, but if you're watching this, please like, subscribe, share to all your friends. It's a podcast world. You should listen to podcasts.
You're just living in it.
And
Also, go check out Heritage Press. Follow them online. Check out their Instagram.
designs, embroidery, hit them up.
Yeah,
They do good stuff.
right
I
on.
also do screen printing.
So we want all that business. So yeah,
Yeah, we're not promoting that on here, dude. Get out of here.
yeah.
We'll sub it out.
All right,
So,
Thanks
Awesome.
for having us.
Yeah.
awesome.
it's been fun. Thanks, guys.
Ye and
All right, get the heck out of here.
Yeah. No, seriously, you have to leave.
Yeah.
Do we get to go to our
Nope.
No.
To our bunks.
You can only stay the one night. Now you have to go.
One nighter.
So does that mean I don't have to pay?
Correct.
Ooh. Hey, you want to just